Welcome to the Word on the Beat Talk show, where we spotlight remarkable individuals making significant impacts, whether through their creativity, entrepreneurship, or community initiatives. Today, I'm thrilled to introduce someone truly extraordinary. She's someone I've long admired for her relentless work ethic and incredible brand growth. You know, I can't talk. All right. Please join me in welcoming the beautiful and talented Elisha Michelle.
Thank you for having me. This is great. I'm so excited to be here, so thank you.
So, Elisha, your work ethic is insane. I feel like you don't have a single day off ever.
Nope. It is true. No days off.
So before we dive into all the hats that you wear, Elle, if you can put up the one sheet, please. The purple one sheet with all of her stuff she does. I want to start by asking you, how did you get started in all of this?
Oh, shit. Oh, sorry. I don't want to cuss. This looks like a really nice show. Okay.
This is completely unedited, slightly unscripted. We're just going to go with it.
Yeah, we're just going with it. Well, I guess I was just always known as like the organized friend. I was always the mom of the group. I was always the oldest. I was always the one that like was able to just put stuff together. So that and just like wanting to make sure that my friends had like good birthdays. That's kind of how it started. I threw a birthday party. Like I used to throw parties for myself, but I threw a birthday party for my friend, and it was like chaotic, and it got canceled. It got shut down right away. But there was a good turnout, and like I knew how to like get people in there. I knew like what to do, and I just really enjoyed making people happy and creating memories, and I kind of just went with that. And so I started just throwing birthday parties myself because I was always very busy with like work or whatever, and I didn't hardly get to see my friends. So my birthday was kind of like, okay, I'm gonna get a house for a couple days. Everyone can see me. We're gonna hang out, and then I'll see you guys in like 6 or 7 months. So that's where it kind of just started at, and then it just kind of went crazy from there.
Speaking of your birthday's coming up.
It is.
Do you have plans?
I am trying to figure it out. Just these days because I'm taking a different route of like being an influencer and like hosting and actually throwing parties. I am outside a lot, and so it kind of seems like, oh, another outside, and it's my birthday, so then I gotta like do more stuff. I can't just show up. I gotta like make sure that it's all right, and so I'm really just trying to figure it out. I think my idea is like kind of just going to other people's events and letting them know that's my birthday so I can just celebrate there.
Right.
So I don't have to do so much.
Right. You shouldn't have to do much on your birthday.
Yeah.
So tell me about, and if I get the name wrong, I'm very sorry, but the Bollywood Beauty Inc.
Okay, so Bollywood Beauty was my very first business ever. It was hair extensions, it was wigs, it was like anything that was like beauty related. I had like headbands that helped hold down your edges. I had like bonnets for my daughter. And so that was my very first business venture. I recently just told myself that I do not have time to do it anymore, and I'm like, okay, I'm just not gonna. Bollywood is put to rest. I
Excuse me. What?
Yeah, so it's like that was my passion, hair. I didn't necessarily want to do hair. I just kind of wanted to provide the stuff for people to do their own hair. But it turned into like me doing hair, me selling products, doing a lot of stuff. My ultimate goal, and this is still something that I don't think, even though I've put Bollywood Beauty to rest, it's not something that's completely like out of range for me, is I ultimately would like to have like a beauty supply warehouse in the States, because a lot of the outsourcing with hair supplies, it's from China. The shipping costs are a lot, and I feel like selling a product that's for people in the United States, like we should have more warehouses in the United States. And I would love to be able to provide a place for all my friends that sell hair and wigs and beauty supply products to have a place to store their stuff, and we can drop ship and sell it kind of like a Amazon for hair and beauty. So one day that's still something that could be on the table for me for sure.
Yeah, I bring that up because I saw your post. I think you posted a few days ago about it, and I was like, well, you know, you never really you're never really going to stop.
Yeah,
You
that's
know,
true.
but maybe for now, I know when I had to put Word on the Beat on the back burner, I was devastated, but you have,
We're
other
back.
things happen and we're back.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, and I could be like, oh, I'm going to relaunch it. And people would just be as supportive. So you're absolutely right.
right. So I'm going to pull this up real fast so we can see it on our end better. So you're an event planner and coordinator. You touched on that. You did a beautiful wedding for
Oh, thank
Literal
you.
and Nikita.
Yeah, thank you. That was,
It was gorgeous.
thank you.
You're an event host, which I know takes up a lot of your time lately.
Yep.
What are we what have we hosted lately?
Um, I'm always hosting events at the McKinley Art Lounge. I'm working with Artistic over there, so any kind of events that we're throwing over there, I'm pretty much thrown on as the host. I've done some hostings with D Money and PJ over at the Night Owl. I've worked with Mike Brown. That was very big for me. I admire him so much. He's really, I mean, everyone is, but he's just really dope. I was like, oh, I've arrived when I did that hosting. Um, yeah, I just been like, just trying to like get my name out and rub elbows with everybody who's in the party scene out here in Tacoma. And I plan on extending my reach and touching Seattle and, maybe go down south and just trying some different things.
Well, you are dubbed the hostess with the mostest, which I think is accurate.
Yes.
You are everywhere and it's just so clear that you are the person to host.
Thank
You
you.
are your energy is so big and you're just perfect for it.
Thank you.
So speaking of Artistic, I had reached out to him. He wanted to know, how do you feel about your business partner observing the Sabbath when Friday night is a key part of the business?
Um, it does not bother me. I feel like when we first started networking and collaborating together, we we needed an intervention. We were partying hard, man. Like it was just like it was like we need something, Jesus, something, whatever it is. So since he started like just taking that time off to himself, he's been much better. I think he's in a better headspace. I think that he's just more focused now. So I feel like people are telling me they're like, you need to take a Sabbath, like just take a day off, just like one day. I do not mind that for him, it's just like when the sun goes down
Yeah.
on Friday, and I work that day anyway, so it's like, it doesn't bother me. Yeah, I'm proud of him because that takes a lot, especially in this field. Though that's when our weekend starts. It's
Yeah.
Friday, so to do that is fine. And I think he likes me around because I like to handle the business part of things. He doesn't really like to do it anyways, so it's like, I'm here, have no fear. I got it.
Oh man, yeah. No, when I was talking to him more about it, it's a good thought. It's so hard to get away from the phones and the business part when you run so many different things. That just one day, few hours even, is amazing.
Yeah.
What is one of your favorite memories from an event you've coordinated or hosted?
Definitely would have to be Literal and Nikita's wedding. That took a lot of planning. It took a lot of, I learned so much about like communicating with people. I wanted to, like, this was a very, very important day. And all I was thinking is like, I have to make sure that I do everything that they want to make their day special. So it really takes a lot of communication. You're asking, they're giving you a budget, and then a lot of the times you're like, guess what? I'm going to need more money. So you have to have those like talks. You're going to have to, so it was a lot, and I did it majority by myself. the setup, I had help, but I like stayed up. I like made a plan. I worked like 9 months on that wedding. So it was like to see it all come together was very, very beautiful. It was very surreal. It was like, okay, I can do this.
Yeah.
So yeah, that was my best memory for sure.
I bet that's almost like a shining moment where yeah,
Yeah,
you're
it was
like,
hype.
okay, this is a little scary, but then when
Oh
it
yeah,
comes
it
together,
was terrifying. I was like, things were just when things are going wrong with something that big of a day, like you're just like, you can't give up. Don't give up. Don't cry. Don't just get it done.
So with planning things like that, how do you stay organized and manage multiple tasks?
My phone is my best friend. If I lost my phone, I don't know what I would do with my life. I would have to pay whatever to go get another one immediately. My phone, like, people don't like any phone, not just an iPhone, an Android, whatever you have. Your phone is like, you can stay organized on your phone. You don't have to pay extra for anything. You don't need a planner. It's all right there. You can make calendars, you can share calendars, you can make notes. Like I make like vision boards inside my notes with pictures and like I just put everything in there, themes for stuff, ideas for stuff. I share them with other people. I get thoughts on it and feedback. And so, yeah, my phone is my best friend. That's how I stay organized. It's like, get up, it's time to work on something. Yeah, that's definitely what I need in my life for anything organizational.
I feel that. So you had a party recently, an event for women called the Pussy Party.
Yes.
Okay, when I heard this name, first off, I was like, okay, Elisha, what are we doing?
I think
What
that's
is this about?
I think everyone said that.
Everyone was like, I love the concept behind it. I was supposed to go. I couldn't make it. I was really upset about it. How did it go?
It was amazing. I know the name was like crazy, but that's just kind of like it was catchy. It caught everyone's attention. I think it was probably like a lot of people turned their heads. A lot of people were like really interested, but some people were like, "Oh my God, that's just too much." But we ended up like making like an acronym for pussy. Just like a sisterhood, being able to unify with other women, and yeah, it was definitely that. We had a lot of small businesses come. It was a beautiful day. We had a house for this event, and yeah, it was very beautiful. Women sold out of their products. We had a girl in particular who drove all the way from Portland to come to this party.
Oh, wow.
And it was just really nice because I feel like she left with a whole group of different friends. Like, I talked to these ladies and got to know them, and it was just a nice experience, and it was fun, and I love to be able to set up, and it was so girly, and everyone dressing up, and it was just a lot of fun. I definitely want to throw an annual pussy party. I know everyone hates the name, or how they feel about the name, or it's too
I mean,
risque.
we gotta take back those names that have the negative connotations,
And that's what I feel like. I'm like, well, how can I have a pussy, but I can't say pussy?
right?
Like, goodness gracious.
I'm so glad it went well. Again, I'm definitely gonna have to try to go to the next one because
For sure.
it's really hard to connect with women,
Yeah.
like-minded women, even because I don't know. I feel like we are. I don't know. Me, I feel like women are just super judgmental, and I get along better with guys. But I really need more women in my life.
And I think that was like really the ultimate thing that kind of happened at this party. It was just a whole bunch of girls who felt exactly the same way. Girls are scary. Like, fuck a breakup. Have you ever been like traumatized by girls? Yeah, all the fucking time. So, being able to be in a space with women of all different ethnicities, age groups, like I had women that were like, I don't really come to your parties because I feel like I'm too old. I'm like, girl, I'm old. I'm 37, so you're not that much older than me. Come and vibe. And it was really that. It was just women of all different walks of life just bonding and having a good time together, networking with one another, sharing each other's stuff, and that was big. So it went perfect.
That's so good to hear. So, aside from, whoa, we are just, okay, there we go. You are owner of Legendary Dope Show. How did that get started? Oh, Your co-host is giggling back there. That's interesting.
um, so I started doing a podcast with another girl, and she brought Elle to come help her with like the behind the scenes stuff, and we were invited to be a part of LX3. And we came to a content day where we were going to interview the rappers of LX3. And somehow all hell broke loose. And the girl like flipped out. Somehow.
Come on.
It wasn't anyone's fault. I don't know. Yeah, it was some crazy shit. But anyways, so anyway, after all of that happened, the girl was like, I'm not doing this. She like basically fired me right there at the studio. She's like, we're not doing a show anymore. And I made the decision because I worked really hard to like listen to the music and try to like get questions for these guys to ask them. I said, I'm gonna stay and I'm gonna commit to this job. And Frankie offered me to be a part of LX3 and asked if I wanted to do a podcast. And I was like, you know what? Yeah, it kind of was like almost like I'm going to do the podcast because she fired me. But then I was actually really good at it and I love it and I wouldn't trade it for anything in the world.
Now, your topics that you bring up are great too. I mean, the last show I think I watched was, well, you had Devontae Parson on there with Pro Se Prolific. That was cool. But you've talked about like polygamy and open relationships. Like you just talk about things that no one else will talk about necessarily.
Yeah.
And that's what's so great about your shows. It's just that different.
Thank you.
Now you started a Q&A section.
Yes.
It's pretty new.
Yep.
How is that going?
It's fun.
Yeah.
I think that the Q&A I think is going to be like I don't know, it feels like it's easier than like setting up an episode of Legendary Dope because you just come in. I don't have to like get dressed. I can just be behind the camera. I mean, I did the first one because I was like, you know, I can't give out the smoke if I didn't take the smoke first, you know.
Right.
But I think it's going to be fun. I think the ones that we've done have been hilarious. So just I watch them and I'm like, okay, I'm breaking them down so I can get them ready to promote and put them online, and they're just so much fun. So I can just see that being something that's gonna be fun. And Elle's gonna do the next one, so that is gonna be hilarious. So I cannot wait for that. And yeah, just finding more guests for that and just being able to knock that out. That's like super simple. So
Yeah, I think it's a great idea. I mean, your last guest was so pretty, I don't know if controversial is necessarily the right word, but there's a lot of mixed feelings about him from all over. And that was just interesting that you can, for one, that there's a way you can get questions anonymous, which is awesome.
Yeah.
Sent to you, and that you, like you said in that that first take, you know, you control the narrative.
Yeah.
And that's definitely important.
Yeah.
But I love the idea of the Q&A. I think it's already taken off pretty well. And you haven't really even posted much.
Yeah, I haven't. I am like so tired and always doing stuff, so I'm like breaking it down slowly, and I've been working on it. So yeah, I'm gonna start posting them here soon. And yeah, Stewie was great. Shout out to him and Artistic he's just down for whatever. He's like, oh yeah, I'll sit down. He just asked me some questions, and so yeah, it was good. And I do like. For me, it's for people to be able to like ask questions anonymously. You know, they're like, okay, well, my identity is hidden, so I can ask whatever I want. And that's not even the purpose of it. Like at the end of the day, when you are an influencer or a rapper of any kind and you have any kind of like fan base, like people want to know stuff about you.
Yeah.
And so some of the questions were really, really good, and I'm excited for that. And some of them are funny, and you know, but not just, I'm not going to let anybody just get bullied on the show. That's
Right.
dumb.
So you've been dubbed Mrs. LX3. I believe Chris Crazy started calling you that.
He did. I love when I get like nicknames from everyone. I'm like,
Right.
let it stick.
It shows that you're doing something, obviously.
Yes.
Let's go ahead and pull up the LX3 cover. And so we went to Arizona as a team last summer, how now you had your own like content stuff that you were doing separately from LX3, of course. How was all of that for you? What was that experience like in Arizona?
I love anytime that like a group of people get together and get content. Like my life every day is like a content creation day. If I'm linked with the right people. So when you're linked with a whole bunch of people and all we're doing is just getting content, it's like it's motivating. It's fun. I had a great time. I love Arizona. I love hanging out with LX3. We always just get a lot of work done. So that's the best part of it. And yeah, I had fun. I love Arizona. Arizona is great. It's very hot. But yeah, being able to create memories and just like do things as a team is, I feel like people don't understand how important that is to have that. Make even like putting together like a trip where all your friends go can like be so exhausting it like might not even happen. So to even get a group of how many of us were there? It was like
Man,
10
it was
of
like
us.
at least, yeah, 10 or I think there ended up being like maybe 13 of us.
Yeah, so there, I mean, yeah, it was pretty much everyone was
Almost
there.
everybody was able to make it.
So for something like that, that is literally phenomenal. Like it's almost
Yeah.
unheard of. You know, you'll see girls fighting about a girl trip where there's 5 of them and 2 of them made it. So 13 people, yeah, that's phenomenal.
Yeah. It definitely boosts morale to get out of the city, out of a different location and different, even if it's, I know that you're a camping girl, which I love because I grew up camping.
Yeah.
So when I found that out about you, I was like, oh, that's so cool.
Yeah.
Even a camping trip,
Yeah.
is just everything.
LX3 should do a camping trip.
Oh my
It'll be like
goodness.
a retreat. We'll all like we'll do this shit where like everyone falls back and you have to like be caught by everyone and like do skill building.
I don't know if I trust y'all about that.
See?
I'm scared.
See, and that we're gonna get to the point. You got to do it at you got to do it at the beginning, and everyone's gonna be like, "Fuck no, I don't trust anybody." And then at the end, after all the skill building, you're like, "Okay, I love you guys, kumbaya." And then,
I think that would be awesome because I honestly don't know if LX3 is going to take an out-of-state trip this year, but maybe just getting out.
Yeah, we're our
I really don't know
backyard.
what we're doing.
Our backyard is nothing but forest and shit. So we should definitely do that. That would be fun.
That'd be cool. So, you made a post on Facebook that I'm going to pull up.
Oh shit. Because you never know, man.
I mean, appreciate clarification and where I stand in people's lives always. I'm not everyone's cup of tea, but I'm a me. All I ever wanted in life and love is for people to accept me for me. I love this. You've even said this, so I'm repeating you that you are a lot.
Yes, I am.
You are a lot, but
handful.
that is why you're so perfect with what you do as far as the events and hosting and planning and all that stuff. Your personality fits that. You aren't everyone's cup of tea.
Nope.
I can even account for you have events that I wish I could support, or I do support, I don't go. Because I don't do the dancing thing, I don't do the clubs, I don't do the twerking. I'm not saying I like
It doesn't matter.
I don't
Still
have
fun.
to.
Nope.
I know that, but I'm just like, I don't know if that's my scene.
Yep.
So there are events for me that I'm like, I don't think I'm gonna go, but here, people who, I'll support it online for you for sure.
Absolutely.
But you had a tattoo and piercing party at McKinley Art Lounge. I definitely went to that. Got myself a little tattoo.
Yeah, me too.
That those types of parties are cool. They're different.
Yeah.
And I really hope you do something like that again because that was awesome.
Yeah. Oh, go ahead. Sorry.
Sorry. But yeah, no, I was looking through your Facebook to find, different things that you'd posted, and this stood out to me because it's true, but I think people do love you for you regardless.
Yeah, absolutely. I think I hear, you're not the only person that's like, oh, well, this party, there's some people who just flat out hate my parties. They're like, there's no way. They hate that their boyfriends come and there's strippers there. They hate it. Okay. I just am trying to create a space for people to have a good time. It could be as diverse as a tattoo and piercing party. Mm-hmm. It could be an all girls women empowerment party. It could be I want to start working with kids. I don't want to limit myself to just doing just one particular kind of party. There's so much more to me, and yeah, I am a lot, and I be doing too much, but it just works in my favor. I feel like, I mean, it all just ends up working out. So yeah, and then I'm also doing Market on McKinley, which it's really for me just wanting to be able to support other people as well. Even though someone might not like dancers, the dancers make a lot of money at my parties. They'll come every time.
Well, hey.
They'll always come to Elisha Michelle event because they make money. I make sure I take care of them, and that's my
And that's
that's my
important.
plan for Market on McKinley. I would like small businesses to come. We have a lot of food vendors right now, and I'm hoping within the next couple days we'll get like more like with merch and stuff like that. But I want to create something for the community to be able to come and support small businesses, and so we can support each other. That's what it's really all about.
And that's one thing I love about your parties too. It's not just a party. You do have a lot of vendors
Yeah.
that you support through it that show up, and that's also awesome because I've met so many people from a few of your events where now I've got, this new person I can connect with. So that's been awesome.
Yeah, I love that. It's all about networking.
It really is. It's terrifying.
It can
For me,
be. It can be.
My introverted self is terrifying,
And
but
I
once I do it, I'm just like, this is actually
not
good.
that bad. And I feel like a lot of people are truly introverted. Like I'm an introverted person. Like it takes a lot.
Come on.
It takes a lot for me to like get myself prepped and ready for like a party. I'm like in the bathroom, like at the beginning of the party, like, okay, you can do this. You're gonna have to shake a million hands and hug 100 people, but today it's gonna be a good day, and you're gonna get through it. And then I go home and I hibernate, and I'm ugly all week, and I'm sitting home and Netflixing and chilling, and then I do it all over again on the weekend. So I meet a lot of people who are like, I don't even like to come out to parties. I'm scared to go to events. I'm scared of this. I'm scared of that. But something about your parties, I'm going to try it out. And they always have a good time.
I mean, you have great security for one. That's been a huge deal in the past few years with things happening at shows.
Yeah.
But your parties really aren't even shows either.
Yeah.
So there's
Yeah.
that difference. But
It's really just my friends, for real.
it is. Yeah.
Yep. My friends are dope people. And so I just am like creating a space for everyone to kind of just hang out. And I know it seems like with the parties and stuff, like, oh yeah, it's a lot of loud music and it's, this and that. But also a lot of people do like meet friends and that they consider like lifelong friends. And so that's all important too. It's all about the experiences.
Now, aside from from the event planning, LX3, all of that, you are also you've started to become a beauty influencer.
Yes.
So you have so far, I believe you've OTR Cosmetics is one that you've promoted. I know there's more. I just can't think of them off the top of my head. So how is that going for you?
It's going good. I am a girl and I use a lot of stuff, and why not help promote people's businesses? I've worked with OTR Cosmetics, which I have on my lips right now. I have the cognac lip liner with the mocktail gloss.
Okay.
And I also just started a partnership with Rena E Cosmetics. She's local, she's down in Olympia, and her stuff is amazing. I have her makeup all over my face, highlighter, foundation, all of that. And it's like, we have to be able to work together with one another. Also, I was trying to figure out how can I get free shit because stuff is expensive.
Makeup is so expensive. I don't wear makeup. It's way too expensive. I don't know how to put it on anyway.
Makeup is expensive. Clothes are expensive. So if I could find a boutique, and I go out every weekend, so it's like if I can find a boutique that's gonna give me an outfit for me to post it, and everyone's gonna tell me I look nice anyways, and I can tell them where I got it from, like, why not? So yeah, that was kind of, it was more so like I need free shit.
I mean, I love the honesty.
Yep. I need some stuff, discount. Not always free, just discount sometimes.
Right, but you are a highly influential person, especially in the cities, in the towns. So that's not a surprise. Anybody would be lucky to have you as a brand ambassador.
Thank you.
Now you are a businesswoman, you are an event planner, you have so many hats, but you are a mom
I am.
to the cutest little girl who is a freaking handful.
Yep.
You know, there have been times when we would be on, as a team or whatever, we would be on FaceTime and River is doing something crazy.
Yep. Don't call me if you don't expect me to yell at my kid. It's
Right.
like, don't touch that, get away from there, stop doing that all
Elle,
the
let's
time.
pull up that picture. Oh, you have it. Oh, look at you. Um, Absolutely cute
Thank you.
pictures that you guys take.
Thank
She is really your mini me.
And I mean, I guess I feel like she looks like her dad, and every time I look at her, I'm like, "That is you are your dad's twin." But I feel like she's very like energetic, like me. She has a lot of energy. Um, I feel like she's getting that from me, and definitely a little sassy from me as well, for sure.
So how do you balance being a mom and doing all these different things with your businesses?
It's very hard. I have a lot of talks with myself about it, trying not to beat myself up too much because I am always like, I'm a full time, I work full time. At one point, I was a full time student. I'm also, a full time mom, and I'm throwing events every weekend or going to some kind of event. So it's like, I have to make sure that I am making time for my kid. She's now getting to the age where she's very happy when she sees me, and now she's getting a little sad when I leave. So it's like now I'm going to have to fine tune some things, maybe not go out every weekend, and make sure that I'm making time for her. So I think with balancing it, it's just making sure that you make time to spend time with your kid and pay attention to like how they're feeling, because even though they're very little and they can't talk or whatever, like they're showing you with their actions how they feel about things. So I just want to make sure that even though everything that I do is for her and the betterment of our lives, I have to remember that monetary things will never account to just actually being there.
And I can attest to that. I mean, I had a great childhood. I'm not trying to say that, but my parents worked a lot.
Yeah.
They missed a lot of my basketball games.
Yeah.
They missed a lot of schools, extracurriculars. It's important to be there because I
Yeah.
kind of felt slightly abandoned at
Yeah.
some points, and when I'm thinking back, I'm like, well, no, they really were hardworking people.
Yeah.
So definitely an important part to
Yeah.
balance it. And I
Not.
think you're doing pretty well right now. I mean,
Thank
obviously,
you.
when she gets older,
Yeah.
things are going
Yeah.
to change.
Yeah, I have a good support system. My village is very strong. I'm so grateful for them. And yeah, and then recently I like kind of stepped out of my comfort zone, and I was like, okay, in order for me to see her more often, I would like to have an actual sitter come to my house and watch her, as opposed to driving her all the way to Seattle or driving her all the way somewhere else and not seeing her until like Sunday morning. So like exactly when I'm done on a Saturday night, my baby's just home now.
Yeah.
And I feel like that, and she's gonna be up anyways, so she don't sleep. So it's like that. Even that is just like, you just have to make the sacrifices. Yeah, it's a little bit more expensive, but I found like a great lady to watch my daughter, and like just her sending me updates all through the day. I'm like, oh, I'm at the event, but I'm like, oh, look at my kid. She's eating chicken nuggets right now. I'm showing everyone at the club. They're like, oh, that's so cute. So yeah, just making sure that you make time for your kids is very, very important. And I grew up like that too. My mom was very busy. She didn't come to a lot of my things, but with River, I'm not going to miss a thing for sure.
Yeah, that's so cool. What is your favorite thing about being a mom?
My favorite thing about being a mom, it definitely is not the amount of sleep that I get. I hate the amount of sleep I get. Um, my favorite thing about being a mom is like having this little human that just like, they just love you so much. Like my daughter gives me the best hugs, man. I'm like, she'll just come up to me and she'll just like be so happy to see me, just smiling with her little teeth, and just like really like happy. She just wakes up happy. She doesn't wake up and cry. She doesn't fall asleep crying. She just is like happy to like be around us and like her family. And that's the best part of being a mom, just like seeing her be happy, seeing her learn new things. Like it's just crazy. Like, you're really a person learning how to do something for the first time, like walk and eat, and like you're doing shit that you're gonna hurt yourself, but you're learning from it. So it's all very surreal to watch that part of like a little human turn into like, they were like this little small little person that couldn't even keep their head up. Now she's like walking around and touching on my shit, and like, you know, it's very interesting to see what type of little person she's becoming.
That's so awesome. I know I can't have kids, so I get to I miss that part.
You can take
But
River whenever you want. So
so
whenever
I
you
can get
like.
the experience. My roommate has a 6-year-old. He's 6 now, and I went away for about a week and a half. And no, I went away for like a week. I come back and he's so happy to see me.
Yeah.
And it's like that unconditional love where they don't like know anything bad almost just yet.
They know bad shit.
They do know bad shit. No, you're right. They do know bad things, but I don't know. It's just like that. I understand that like light up of
It's the
your
innocence
kids
about
seeing
it.
you.
Yeah. You're like, oh, you like really know who I am and shit. Like, this is cool. Yeah, for sure.
So I want to end with what are your goals for the next few years?
Goals for the next few years. I would like to, well, I'm going to UW in the fall. I'm going for business. I'm still trying to figure out if I want to do like marketing or like entrepreneurship or like what exactly I'm trying to do there, but it's definitely going to be something related to business. I feel like schooling is going to help me with the dreams of like my warehouse.
Yeah.
I think those are like, I don't know, like the party thing, it's kind of like, it's easy. It's like rubbing elbows with people and kind of like everyone helping each other. So I'm learning a lot from the people who have been doing this for years. And we're just learning from each other. But I think like school is ultimately going to help me with that. So my goals are to go to school, graduate. I would love to own a house if like they could go down to $20 or
Right,
something.
that'd be nice.
So,
Goodness.
like that's all I got. Yeah, just continuing to like do stuff that's gonna make the community strong. I really want to start doing things with kids. I want to like, but I want to make it fun. I don't want it to feel like it's a jail sentence for them to come and be a part of like a program. I want to do something that they're interested in. Like these young kids, they want to be rappers, they want to play basketball, they want to be influencers. I know, or they want to have like a business. That's all I know. So why can't I want to be, it's not that why can't I, it's as just of when I'm going to make it happen.
Yeah.
But I'm going to put all of these people in the room. So you guys will all be getting called for your favors soon to come and help these kids, like do what they want to do, show them the cameras and show them, you know, like behind the scenes, like having them come and sit and do stuff like this because they want to be YouTube stars.
Right.
And YouTube stars are it's a very profitable business. Kids are making millions of dollars on YouTube, you know? So it's like, we need to be able to like feed the youth and help develop them. This is a very scary time right now. There's kids that are just, they have no direction. They have nobody that they can trust. They have nobody that can help them with things, and I would like to do that. That's my ultimate goal for the next few years.
That's awesome. Well, I know that that's going to happen for sure for you. Yeah, that's a great idea. I love that. So, as we wrap up our interview, it's clear that your journey is one of resilience and passion, which is awesome. Because once you lose that passion, I feel like it's hard. It's hard to keep doing things. So don't lose the passion. Your dedication to your craft, your balancing motherhood, all these different aspects. You really embody the spirit of a true trailblazer. So I'm so glad you came onto my show for my first one.
I love being the first. I love that for me.
Thank you for sharing your story. I'm excited to see all of your accomplishments come to light and what you do in the future. So, Elisha, go ahead and tell people where they can connect with you.
I am Elisha Michelle on Instagram. If you just like type in Elisha Michelle, you will find me. Legendary Dope Show, if you just type in Legendary Dope Show on Google, you'll find us. We're on all streaming platforms. Yeah, I'm very easy to find. So, and I just want to say this is dope. I love the setup. I love just the women's touch and putting like just watching you behind the scenes and putting it all together. Like, and I could tell that you're very passionate about this. So I'm very excited to see what comes from this. And thank you for letting me be a guest here.
Thank you so much. Yeah, we couldn't have do anything.
Yeah.
So, I want to shout out my executive producer LROC. You can find him on at Long Live LROC everywhere. Um, Also, LX3 Collective is a space that we are using. It's an incredible space for photo shoots, podcasts. We have a studio upstairs with in-house producers who work 24/7, and there's no noise limit. So hit us up. We can get you connected. You can find Word on the Beat on Instagram, Facebook, and TikTok at Word on the Beat 1, the number 1. Check out and subscribe to the website, wordonthebeat.net. We have a music blog for artists. We have artist exclusive interviews for artists. We're going to do something separate as well for artists, not so much a podcast, but something different where people can get to know you guys better. We are Word on the Beat, and we are excited to get this going. So, Elisha, thank you again. LROC, thank you for producing this, and we will see you guys next time.
Thank you. Done and done. Good.